Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Hope tells Thomas exactly what she needs from him, and Sheila and Deacon get a surprise visit from Spoiler. At Forrester Creations, Brooke tells Ridge and Steffi that Liam has refused to forgive Hope, and she's in a vulnerable state right now. Carter interrupts with papers for Ridge. He overheard them and reveals that Liam and Hope have signed the divorce papers, but have not filed them. Steffi feels if Hope is sincere about wanting nothing to do with Thomas, then there is still a chance for Liam and Hope. However, she cautions they won't work things out overnight. Brooke is worried that Hope is vulnerable, and Ridge is concerned about the progress Thomas has made. Ridge tells Steffi even though he's concerned about Thomas, he is still worried about her. She just wishes Sheila was behind bars. Ridge promises her it will be fine, and he tells Brooke that goes for Hope too. Ridge exits with Carter to get to a meeting. In Hope's office, Thomas tells Hope he wasn't sure they'd ever kiss again, and he never wants to stop kissing her. He tells her that she deserves to be with someone who loves her. Thomas speaks about their designs and how they need to stay true to themselves while designing, and sometimes they may be tempted to revamp the nostalgia of old designs. He feels it's a metaphor for her and Liam's relationship, and she needs to stay true to herself and in the present. He says their kiss in Rome, and all the moments they shared in his bed, were incredible. He says Liam may be looking to the past and make things new again, but for him, there is only her. Hope says this is all so much. Thomas knows she has conflicted feelings and Liam got in her head about what he did in the past. He swears he is reformed, and she knows that. He asks her to let him love her like no one else can. Hope tells Thomas she knows her marriage is over, and she hears what he's saying, but she's not in love with him. She doesn't want to take advantage of his feelings for her. Thomas believes he can make her happy. Hope won't pretend that he hasn't woken something up in her. He wants to give her what she needs, so maybe they can start with dinner. Hope tells Thomas that's not exactly what she's craving right now. She locks the door. Hope notes that Liam let her down, and she's hurting right now. Hope explains she will need time, but that doesn't mean she doesn't want Thomas. Hope asks if he can handle that. He says he's willing to live in the moment, and they passionately kiss. At the Forrester mansion, Eric tells RJ that his hands aren't working well enough to get his vision down on paper, and asks his grandson for help. RJ thinks he should tell Dad, but Eric refuses as Ridge wants him to retire. He is sure RJ is the one to help him. RJ is flattered, but he's not a designer. Eric expected that, which is why he came prepared. He shows him an old drawing he made for him as a kid, and says designing is in his blood. RJ agrees to help him. Eric tells RJ that this means so much to him. He says his hand isn't working well, but his mind is as sharp as a tack. RJ begins sketching as Eric describes his vision. Eric compliments RJ's skills and thinks they make a good team. RJ thanks his granddad for trusting him and believing in him. Eric asks him not to tell Ridge about this line or what is going on with his hand. He wants to show the world he's not to be counted out. At Deacon's, he returns home to find Sheila on his sofa. He can't believe she's still here. But she reminds him she said she wasn't going anywhere. He says letting her stay is a risk, but she calls it one with rewards, and they kiss. Sheila brings up his work and says how proud she is of him that he's found his passion. She also thanks him again for giving her a place to stay, knowing this is a risk. Deacon says Brooke and Hope would cut him off if they knew about them. He says he loves Hope so much, and growing up he didn't have much of a family. He can't lose Hope. Sheila promises she won't blow their cover, which is why she barely leaves here. She again thanks him for giving her a place to stay and says no one understands her like he does. Deacon wonders if he's taken too many kicks to the head in his martial arts, and that's why he's taking this risk. Sheila says she could always put on her nurse's uniform and take care of him. As they get intimate on the couch, Ridge pounds on the door. Carter is with him, and Ridge tells Deacon to open up as he's looking for Sheila.